I'm Shomo Data, and this is Built to Trust. Today we are going to talk about growing the humans, clear ladders, one-on-ones that change Monday, feedback you can use, promotions that are fair, fast, and based on evidence. And we are going to anchor it to the size of teams and companies I'm used to leading. The patterns scale, but the ceremony must not explode as you grow. I will show you how to size the system for a 10-person unit, a 50 to 150 person group, and a few hundred-person organization. If you run a gigantic enterprise with tens of thousands of people, some of this will still help, but you will need extra layers. My aim is the company sizes where pace matters and where managers still know names. Here is the path for the episode. First, principles. Second, an outcome-based ladder you can read on one page. Third, role tracks and what changes between individual contributor, tech lead, engineering manager, and systems or program roles. Fourth, one-on-ones that change Monday and how to run them in small, medium, and larger orgs. Fifth, feedback that lands and gets used. Sixth, designing reps, which are scoped leadership moments that raise people one level at a time. Seventh, promotions that are fair, fast, and evidence-based, not vibe-based. Eighth, pay, titles, and parity. Ninth, mentoring and sponsorship that creates opportunities. 10th, training that moves the needle. 11th, health signals and metrics that do not get gamed. 12th, phase-aware growth across concept, EVT, DVT, and production. 13th, anti-patterns and fixes. 14th, an action kit you can copy. 15th, how this scales with company size and how to decide the right complexity for you. Then we will land the episode. Principles first. Growth is outcomes and behavior under load, not tenure. Promotions are earned evidence and a calibrated bar, not a leader's mood. Managers grow people by giving reps, which are scoped chances to lead and decide, not by hoarding risk. Trust compounds when expectations are clear, reps are real, and recognition is fair. When people know the bar and see the path, they give their best work. When they cannot see the path, they slow down and drift. Let's write a ladder that fits on one page. Use 4 to 6 levels per track. Use 3 columns per level. Impact scope, execution and quality. Collaboration and leadership. Impact scope runs from component to subsystem to system to multi-system. Execution and quality is kept promises, change notes, go and no-go, and evidence that closes a requirement at the lowest practical level. Collaboration and leadership is seams owned, decisions landed, and people mentored. Here are short examples for hardware, software, and robotics. Level 2. Closes well-scoped tasks and verifies at the lowest level. Asks for help early and posts clear status. Level 3. Owns a component, ships with soak and rollback, writes one runbook that others use. Level 4. Leads a subsystem landing, retires a top risk with an experiment, mentors 2 or 3 peers and lands a go and no-go. Level 5. Shapes system interfaces, designs freeze windows for landings, elevates the quality bar across teams, and is a go-to for seams. Level 6. Sets pillar strategy, creates templates that the organization adopts, grows new leaders and raises the trust bar. Tie artifacts to the ladder so the bar is visible. Run books authored, change notes written and landed, decision logs with options and why, evidence packs that close requirements, incident reviews led, mentoring notes with peers grown. People do not grow by filling forms. They grow by doing the work and showing the proof. The artifacts are the proof. Now role tracks. This is where titles get clarity. Individual contributor is craft. Tech lead is system design and decision flow. Engineering manager is hiring, coaching, the performance bar, and the health of the system. Systems engineering or technical program management is traceability, seams, schedule, realism, and run book readiness. Write the short expectations. A tech lead decides with evidence, designs the path, and keeps work in progress sane. An engineering manager hires well, sets clear expectations, runs a one-on-one rhythm, and gives reps that match the ladder. A systems or program role makes sure requirements trace down to tests, interfaces have contracts, calendars reflect freeze windows, and change notes exist for scope and date shifts. When people know the difference between tracks, they pick the right path and respect their peers. Now, one-on-ones that change Monday, weekly, 30 minutes, manager-owned doc, agenda posted the day before. Use a short template, reality. One biggest win, one biggest drag, current energy level 1 to 5. Work, top 1 or 2 outcomes and blockers. Need help? Option to ask with A, B, C choices and the impact on scope, date, and safety. Growth, ladder delta targeted this cycle and the reps that deliver it. Feedback both ways. One thing to do more, one to do less. Commitments, 2 or 3 bullets with dates and links to artifacts. Run the cadence. Every 6 weeks, a short career check-in tied to the ladder with evidence. Each quarter, a strengths map and the next rep. After incidents, a 15-minute repair one-on-one that asks what the system taught us and what guardrail we will add. Do not bury growth conversations. Put them on the calendar. Scale the one-on-ones by organization size. In a 10-person unit, the manager can hold all one-on-ones and read every artifact. Keep it simple and fast. In a 50 to 150-person group, managers hold the one-on-ones and directors sample the docs once per cycle. Keep the template identical across teams so people can move without losing context. At a few hundred people, add a lightweight review once per 6 weeks, where managers and directors scan one ladder page per person and align on reps offered. Do not create a committee for the sake of a committee. Keep it a review of evidence, not a performance theater. Feedback. Now, use SBI, situation, behavior, and impact, followed by a next rep. Replace adjectives with actions. In retro, you interrupted twice and strong-armed the decision. The impact was the team went quiet and we missed a risk. Next representative. In the next retro, wait one turn and ask one question before proposing a solution. The manager writes it down in one line with a revisit date. Amplify strengths in the same pattern. You made the interface seem safe with a contract test and a soak. Let us have you teach that method to the adjacent team next Thursday. Move praise toward impact and toward teaching. It compounds. Designing reps now. A rep is a scoped leadership moment, a decision, an integration, a runbook, an incident, a seam you own for a cycle, a go and no-go you write and land. Choose reps along risk tiers and write the success gates. Add rollback. After the rep, debrief, capture the artifact link, and update the ladder page. Example, level 3 to level 4. Lead a seam soak across 2 teams. Publish the evidence and land a go and no-go. Example, level 4 to level 5. Own freeze windows for a program landing. Resolve 2 cross-team decisions and write the change notes. Scale reps by organization size. In a 10-person unit, the manager hands out reps directly in shadows. In a 50 to 150-person group, the director runs a simple rep board per pillar and makes sure reps are distributed fairly. In a few hundred-person organization, the VP sets a quarterly rep theme, like owning seams or writing runbooks, and sees that each group contributes. Avoid a scorecard that becomes a game. Keep it a board of opportunities with names next to them and evidence links when done. Promotions must be fair, fast, and based on evidence. Run 2 or 3 cycles per year. Keep packets short, 2 pages plus links. The candidate writes the level sought and the ladder rubric. They include 5 to 7 artifacts, like decision logs, change notes, runbooks, incident reviews, demos with pass gates, and mentoring outcomes. They include 3 peer inputs in SBI style and 1 cross-functional input from a systems or program or operations partner. The manager adds a rubric table with meets, exceeds, or not yet on each line with 1 sentence of evidence per line. Calibration panel should be small, cross-team, and artifact anchored. Reviewers should be able to read a packet in 10 minutes and discuss it in 5. Outcomes are promote now, Not yet with 2 specific reps or route to a mastery track. Guardrails matter. Time and level is not entitlement. Exceptional evidence can accelerate. At senior levels require systems, evidence, interfaces, runbooks, templates adopted by other teams. After the panel published 2 strengths and 2 growth reps with a timeline, people will accept no if they see the path to yes. Pay, titles, and parity require hygiene. Use level bands, not exceptions that spiral into a trust tax. Share the principles for bands. Title hygiene matters. Tie tech lead and manager scope to systems owned and decisions landed, not headcount. Run equity checks. Look at band pay, time and level, and pass rates by track. If you see drift, fix it, write it down, and tell people the rule. Mentoring and sponsorship next. A mentor is a craft coach. Weekly 30 minutes, code, test, rig, station, or planning reps. A sponsor creates reps and speaks for the candidate in rooms. Monthly, both matter. Build a mentor pool by ladder level and rotate matches every 6 months. Track outcomes. If mentoring sessions do not lead to artifacts and reps, fix the pairings. Training that moves the needle is not a webinar. Replace generic classes with operational drills. A SEAM test workshop where people write a contract test and a SEAM soak and record evidence. A runbook rehearsal day. A decision card boot camp where people practice optioned asks with trade grids. Use Teachback. Learners run a short session for others and post the template. Success is adoption, not attendance. Let's talk health signals that do not get gamed. Promise kept rate with scope integrity. If you hit dates by cutting scope in half, this metric will tell on you. Decision latency and time to learn trend. Reps assigned to completed to turned into artifacts. Promotion, velocity, and parity by cohort and track. Manager load and one-on-one completion rate. Feedback cadence. Attrition themes mapped to ladder gaps or manager practices. Make these small and visible. Leaders should be able to read them in 5 minutes. Growth must respect phase. In concept and early prototyping, reps live in experiments, in stating interface assumptions, and in writing quick start runbooks for rigs. In EVIT, reps live in verification at the lowest level, SEAM soaks, and writing evidence packs. In DVT, reps live in closing requirement evidence, reducing defect age, and running a boring go and no-go. In PVT in production, reps live in station CTCAU ownership, change note, and ECO flow, first pass yield recovery, and supplier reality. Tie ladder expectations to phase so the bar matches the work. Now anti-patterns and fixes. Vibe promotions die today. If the packet does not map to the rubric and artifacts, it does not count. Manager as bottleneck dies today. Delegate decisions with go and no-go gates and publish who owned what rep. Tenure creep dies today. Require fresh evidence in the last 2 cycles. Random feedback dies today. Use SBI plus a follow-up date and track it in the one-on-one doc. Potential bias dies today. Replace potential with last 2 reps landed with evidence. Shadow work dies today. Capture glue work as artifacts. Write the decision card, the runbook header, the change note, or the SEAM test. Make the invisible visible. Here is your action kit. Copy these and move. Ladder page template. Levels down the rows. 3 columns per level. Impact scope. Execution and quality. Collaboration and leadership. Add link slots for artifacts. Keep it on 1 page. Print it. One-on-one doc shell. Reality, work, need help. Growth, feedback both ways. Commitments, rolling log. Manager owns the document. Agenda posted the day before. Feedback snippets. In retro on May 10th, during the interface decision, you interrupted twice and pushed a solution before questions. The impact was the team went quiet and we missed a risk. Next representative. In the next retro, ask 1 question before proposing a solution and nominate another voice first. We will revisit on the 24th. Rep planner, rep name, risk tier, success gates, rollback guardrail, mentor or sponsor. debrief date, artifacts produced. Post it in a place where managers can see and avoid starving quiet people of reps. Promotion packet shell, level sought and rubric, 5 to 7 artifacts and links, 3 peer inputs and 1 cross-functional input. Manager rubric table, 1 page of summary at most. Stop at 2 pages of prose. Link the rest. Calibration guide, roles, quorum, evidence rules, decision outcomes, and documentation. Keep it a 2-page method, not a 30-page ritual. Parity check sheet, band pay scan, time and level, box plots, and pass rates by track. Review once per quarter. Publish the actions you take. Now, the part many leaders ignore. How this scales with organization size and how to right-size complexity. Do not copy a large company's process into a small group. It will crush the signal. At around 10 people, keep it direct and fast. 1 ladder page posted on a wall or wiki. 1 one-on-one doctor per person. Feedback in SBI lines and visible reps. Promotion process is a short packet and a single calibration review with 2 or 3 peers. Metrics are manual and posted on a small page. Avoid any committee. The manager and the team can see the evidence and move. At 50 to 150 people, add a little structure and protect speed. Use the same ladder shape across teams and 1 template for one-on-ones. Use the rep board per pillar so people see opportunities and the load is fair. Run promotions 2 or 3 times per year with short packets and cross-team reviewers. Add a parity scan each quarter. Make the metrics a simple dashboard that pulls from change notes, decision logs, and runbooks. Directors sample the one-on-one docs and ladder pages once per cycle and coach managers. At a few hundred people, resist building a machine that nobody loves. Keep the ladder 1 page. Keep packets small. Add a review day once per cycle where managers and directors read ladder pages and agree on reps. Add guardrails for promotion panels so they stay short and anchored on artifacts. The VP sets a theme for reps each quarter and highlights stories in a short note. Do not let the template burden grow. If you are spending more time filling the tool than doing the work, you have gone too far. How do you decide the right complexity as you grow? Use 3 tests. Time to decision. If your process pushes decisions more than 1 week out for routine promotions or reps, it is too heavy. Evidence to effort ratio. If it takes more than 2 hours to assemble a promotion packet for a cycle, you are doing performance theater. Trust signal. If people cannot predict the bar or see the path, make the rubric sharper, not thicker. Now remote and hybrid. The system works if you write more and meet to decide. Shared one-on-one docs with decisions logged within 24 hours. Async reps like writing a decision card, a runbook header, or an evidence pack. Promotions panels run on artifacts in a shared doc. No live performance theater required. Let me share a few short stories to make this real. A 40-person robotics group had ladder ideas but no clarity. Promotions felt random. We wrote a 1-page ladder and tied it to artifacts. We created a rep board with seam soaks and go and no-go owners. Within 2 cycles, promotion packets were short, honest, and fast. A quiet engineer got a seam ownership rep and landed it with evidence. They were promoted with no argument. A 120-person platform team had long one-on-ones but no growth. We moved to a 30-minute template. Reality, work, need help with optioned asks. Growth with a ladder line and a rep. Feedback with SBI, commitments with dates. Managers felt lighter. Engineers left with 2 actions a week. The Friday roll-up showed 200 small commitments kept. Trust rose. A 300-person hardware and software org had parity issues. We pulled a parity check sheet, time and level, pass rates, and band pay. 1 track lagged. We ran a short fix, calibrate panels cross-track. Add a sponsor requirement, publish the new guardrails. 6 months later, the gaps closed. People noticed and stayed. We are going to land the episode with a compact checklist. Write 1 ladder page per track and post it where people work. Keep it on 1 page. Add link slots for artifacts. Start the one-on-one template tomorrow. Reality, work, need help, growth, feedback, commitments. Put dates on the commitments. Hand out 1 rep per person this cycle. Write success gates and rollback. Debrief and link the artifact. Swap adjectives for SBI. Write 1 line of feedback with a revisit date. Do not let it float. Run a parity scan next quarter. Time and level, pass rates, and band pay. Publish what you change. Set your complexity. If you are 10 people, keep it direct. If you are 100, add light structure and keep packets short. If you are 300, add a quarterly review day and guardrails for panels. Measure time to decision, evidence effort, and the trust signal. Tie growth to phase. Reps in experiments and quick starts early. Reps in verification and seams in EVT and DVT. Reps in CTQ and change flow in production. Praise boring. When someone lands a rep with a clean decision and an evidence pack, say thank you. Make calm growth the culture. If this helped, follow Built to Trust wherever you listen. Hit subscribe. Share it with a manager who wants to grow people without growing bureaucracy. Your ratings and reviews help more builders find the show and build with more truth and less drama. Next week is episode 13, Safety That Ships Hazard Control Evidence. We will build a living safety case that you can update on Monday. We will map hazard to control to evidence, verify at the lowest feasible level, and tie it to run books, change notes, and SOAK results. We will keep it light enough to use and strong enough to pass audits. I'm Shomo Data. Thanks for listening.